Hello Universe, it's Gypsy. This is my palette of the week video. Last week's palette was the e.l.f. Shimmer eyeshadow. This was a coppery, oops, I dropped it, a coppery brown and a very light silvery color. I think you can see a little bit of use in this. It was brand new when I started it last week, and my review of this is that I noticed when I wore the silvery I would have fallout under the eyes. I did wear this with my Project of the Year palette that I'm working on. That's in another video. It's called The Pan as Old as Time. I'm choosing color palettes to complement that, but I'm also choosing palettes to get use out of them. I'd never used that e.l.f. palette, so it's had a week of use. It's had a week of daily wear. I like the palette, but the fallout is an irritation, especially at work, to go into the bathroom and to see little flakes of silver. I thought that it complemented my palette really well. I've got a combination. I think I put the white on today. It's very sheer. It just adds a few flakes of the sparkly silver to it. This week's palette of the week is a Christmas present that I bought for myself. It's I don't consider Christmas presents, whether I buy them for myself or they're gifted to me, as breaking my no-buy. I'm a single lady and no boyfriend or anything like that to give to me, so I give myself Christmas. So this week's palette of the week is the Daisy Fuentes Shimmer Eyeshadow Collection. I found this at Ross's. It was originally $5.99. It's been marked down to $3.99. Clearance sales are my kryptonite. I think these are some beautiful colors. I have to look around the palette to see what you can see, that are going to complement my palette of the year, my Pan as Old as Time palette. I have not swatched these. Let me see if I back it up, if I can swatch like this a little. Gonna have to double dip with dirty fingers. I don't know if I did that one. Do the knuckles. Right there. Those aren't the best swatches for you, I know, I'm sorry, but it gives you an idea, and me an idea, because I haven't touched it. They feel real buttery. I like the feel of them. I'm looking forward to using it. So this week's palette of the week is the Daisy Fuentes Shimmer Eyeshadows. Probably going to be wearing these on the lid, because I have muted colors in my palette of the year, matte colors in the palette of the year that I want to work on, some of the browns. And that update will be at the end of the month, so you can see my progress on that palette. It has 2 blushes in it, 5 eyeshadows that had been unused, and I believe 3 that I had really hard pan on. Because it's a previously loved palette. This was my palette last week. I can see, like I said, I can see use on it now. So this one's going to go back into my storage, and I'm going to play with Daisy Fuentes. I'm also not going to set aside the palette of the week. I didn't play with it this week, but I want to keep this other one handy. The All That Glitters by Cargo. I want to keep this one handy to play with too, just because of some of these vibrant colors that are in here. I didn't reach into this week, but these are kind of like the colors that I want to experiment with and play with on the lids while I work my way through the dark colors, especially the days that I start reaching into the blacks that's in the palette of the year. So I'm going to keep these two in the makeup basket, but this is my palette of the week. I'll come back in a week and let you know how it performed. This one does have fallout. The elf does have fallout, but it really did complement the browns. And it appears to be a forest green, but it actually comes out wearing more like an olive green in my Pan That palette Oldest Time. I can say that I'm enjoying my makeup. I'm having a good time. I'm creating a lot of looks. I'm wearing some darker looks, and I'm experimenting with a few new techniques. So the palette of the week project that I've been playing with since fall of last year has been a good thing for me. I'm reaching into products that I haven't been using, and I'm working with products that I have been using a lot, and they seem to be jiving real well and complementing each other real well. Thank you so much for stopping by. If you haven't subscribed, please do. I love making new friends. I appreciate your feedback. I appreciate your comments. I've got some really good advice from viewers, especially in some of the other projects that I've got going. I've learned some wonderful things, and I appreciate your time, and I appreciate your comments. You've helped me so much. Guys, have a wonderful weekend, and I'll see you again in a week and let you know how the Daisy Fuentes palette went. Have a wonderful day. Bye.